Oh, I can't reach that one. I can't reach that one. Wait, maybe I can. I can. Oh, that's kind of a big one. Hold on. I think that there's something in here. Oh, wait. Wait. Broom handle. Yeah, this one will work. Oh, he got up. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Flip. What? I'm giving you your toy. He's like, don't you flip up a stitch. Don't you flip up a stitch. What? You were being very cute and we were having a thing. We were working together. Aw. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Don't you're they feed off of each other's attitudes. Nope, she's not in here. She's not in here. She's there she is. Hi. How are you? No. What do you know? Oh, hello all you fancy people. Welcome to another Fancycast. There we go. Gotta make sure all the gates are shut. What? Play with your toy. Pretty cute. Oh my goodness. It's like, I don't want to leave. Not yet. I think that there's still like more cuteness that he's got in him. I think there is. Alright. I think that's it. I think that's it. Oh. How's everyone doing? You feeling fancy? Huh? Feeling good? I hope you are. Just got done filming the webcast. You know, I just could... the peasant cast, I mean. Hey, Sugar Pie. Hey. You know, I was actually going to get into the webcast, but I didn't. I was going to talk about just whoa, whoa! What happened? I thought that we were I thought that we were doing good. Hey, sniff, sniff and be better, sniff and be better. I don't know what's going on, but you're kind of crazy. Hey, I've just met you. And think of this maybe. But you should get help. You're probably crazy. I had to pull. Oh, I had to reach deep down for that one. But we got there. I was kind of just feeling around in the dark. Oh man. There's a conspiracy against me. All of the cats, they want to see me eaten and killed. Dead. What about you? What about you? You same thing, Shanti? Huh? watching watching that show. What is it? The Killing. It just had been sick, and kind of. I'm not gonna sit there and say just like completely just immobilized and bedridden, but spending a little bit more time. And it's like both Heidi and I are sick, but she is like more sick and I'm like less sick. She is like, and I'm like, it's kind of yeah, that's where we are. So I was able to kind of help out a little bit more. You know, get food and meals and things and drinks and just make sure that she's okay. And then we're just kind of spending time together. And we're watching, she's been watching that show on Netflix, The Killing. Which I guess was like an AMC show. It only had like 3 seasons, and then Netflix picked it up for that 4th season. And it's like, without giving things away, it was like really good. I was like, we were watching, I'm like, this is actually a really good show. Like, this is really, and I didn't even watch, I only watched the 3rd season. That's it. And but even then I was able to kind of get it. I was really able to get into it. I'm like, all right. Oh, neat. Hi, bud. What? What is going on? What's going on, bud? You have opinions? But yeah, show was good. It was good. And then it got to this point, like right at the end of like that 3rd, and then it's just like, and then it's just like anything after that, you're just like, yeah. Hi, baby. Yeah. I know. And then it's like, you know, choices that certain characters will make. And then it's just like, all right, well, I don't even care about what happens at this point now. Like, I just don't care. I don't. Don't you hate that when that happens? When maybe a show that you think is like good, just jumps the shark, and you're like, all right, well, this is trash now. It was like the last season of Dexter. Oh. You know, because that show was pretty decent. That show was pretty good for a long time. Had a good solid run, and they got to that last season. And honestly, you could have had, like, Dexter, all it had to be was just like a blank room. And then there's just a camera facing towards like a table with a plate and a knife and a fork. And then every episode would have been Dexter just coming into the room and then just taking a big shit on the plate. And then leaving. And it would have been just as good. Would have been just as good as what they put on that 7th season. Would have been just as good. This is my opinion. Can any of you think of any other shows that have done that? I can think of other shows that have just like completely jumped the shark, but they're still like guilty pleasure type stuff. Like True Blood. Oh boy, Heidi and I watched it all. We watched it all. Oh, and we knew it's just like this show. It's like probably after like it stopped being good like halfway through the 3rd season, True Blood. But we watched all 8 seasons, and every single season, like this show just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. This show is trash. This show is absolute trash. We watched it. We just said like, all right. Time for our Sunday night plate of garbage. I don't know. Something about it. It was a guilty pleasure, I guess. Guilty pleasure. I think Walking Dead is like that now. Where it's like, it used to be so good. Now it's just dumb. I don't care about it anymore. Just kill them all. I hope zombies eat everyone. Just, hey baby, don't be mad. Don't be mad because I am having laughter and jocularities. Hi baby. Oh, that's why that's why I'm hoping and praying that the last season of Game of Thrones, that they can pull off the dismount. Now, I will say, there were some squirrely things that happened in the last season, because of course, they went off book. They split from the books. The show actually ended up surpassing the timeline of when George R.R. Martin was, wrote his storied fables. So, yeah. I still enjoyed it. There were some very significant timeline issues that happened in the last season of Game of Thrones. Specifically like in one episode of Game of Thrones. That is just like, this type of stuff should only be possible with like warp speed travel. Like this is insane. Like, okay, suspension of disbelief aside, and I understand that there's a lot of times where it's basically implied that you can go from like one scene to another scene, and it may be like multiple weeks or multiple months even in between the events that happen in one place versus the events that happen in another place. Sure. You can have a character that is in one scene talking like, and we have to go to this place to talk to this person, and then literally the next scene they're on a boat that's like across a continent, and they're like, we're here. It's like, all right. But yeah, you can't have a show where it's just like, showing the travel, like the months. You can't have a show that's like, yeah, like a bunch of us got scurvy. It sucked. We ate some oranges. We're all better now. I mean, yeah, you can't have that. That's like boring part of that stuff in that world, but I'm sure that happened. Breaking Bad did it right. Breaking Bad. That was just, they nailed it. From beginning to end. That one was fantastic. And then with the character development and just with like the story going up and up. Motorcycle went by. A motor chopper. So everyone out there in Fancyland, can you think of any other shows, series that experienced kind of similar kind of things? You know where the term jump the shark actually came from? That's actually the episode, I think it was the episode of Happy Days, where they literally jumped, there was a thing where they jumped the shark. A shark, it was a scene, jump a shark, jump the, I don't even know. All I remember, it's like, I have Wikipedia knowledge, I haven't actually seen the episode. So, but yeah, there's an episode where I think it was Fonz jumped a shark for something. And that was like the collective, and the show went on for like multiple more seasons after that, but that was like the moment where collectively everyone, like before that moment, everyone was like, Happy Days, and then after that, like everyone, it was like the percentages, the majority percentage was like, Happy Days. Because that's, there were some people before that who were like, Happy Days, but most people were like, Happy Days. And then after that shark moment, the majority of people are like, how many days? And then like there was a minority of people who are like still, you know what I'm saying? That's the key distinguisher. I should probably lecture about statistics. I'm very descriptive. But here's the thing, okay? I made a lot of sounds and vocal intonations. Notice there was a lot of times where I wasn't even saying words. I'm gonna tell you something. You know what I meant. You knew what I was getting at. I was still able to communicate that point. See? See how that works? Use your words. Use your words, Derek. I don't have to. I was still able to communicate a point. There you go. There you go. Hi, bud. Hi. Hi, smelly pants. Smelly snuffle pants. Snuffle smelly pants. Senior Snuffles. Ooh. Hey. Hi, Potato. Hey, Mr. Potato Head. Hi, Mr. Potato Head. Oh. Hi. But even with like the sickness and stuff like that, because I was slightly feverish, a little bit medicine-y, you know. Drinking coffee here and there, just trying to kind of get, just trying to get by. Just trying to get by my day. And I'm having a slightly, even though I'm actually, last few nights, I've gotten a tremendous amount of rest. Tremendous. I've slept like very deeply, very, very significantly. But like right now, having a more difficult time assembling my thoughts than even that last, the crazy cast. You know which one I'm talking about. Yeah. The crazy sleep-deprived cast. Oof. That one was, well, they got a lot of you talking. There's those moments, but you're just in just like this kind of weird, just loopy delirium, but things still work. Like things are still kind of functioning. I don't know, strange. Look at these guys are both out of their homes. They're out of their homes. You see that? I don't think I'm going to do the rest of the compound because I've got to try to film a couple extra things for the Instagrams. Why not? You gotta do that stuff. You gotta film the webcast, the fancy stuff. You have to do the Instas. You gotta do it. I have a little bit of time. I don't want to be just like sprinting out the door like I so often do. Sprinting out the door because I spend either, as much time during my time home, either spending time, with Heidi or like trying to get work done. And then it's just like filming oftentimes becomes, I don't want to say it's an afterthought, but it's something that it's like, all right, well, it has to kind of wait until I'm getting close to taking off. But then I time it horribly, where I only give myself like exactly the amount of time I need so that I can sprint out the door and race the hundreds of miles so that I'm not late for work. It's ridiculous. I just have to be a better manager of time. I don't want that stress in my life. I'm actually doing a lot of different things to kind of, well, I'm starting maybe a process to, maybe change a few things in my world. And I'll let you know how that goes. I don't want to get too preemptive about it. I don't want to get too, too specific. Because I got to see how it's going to work, Hey. Oh, hi. Hi. Hi, Lakai. How are you? How are you, bud? Oh my goodness! Ah, I can barely see you. Oh, hi, kitty pants. Why don't you come up over here where we can actually see you? Hmm? I want to film you through the cracks in the wood, weirdo. Man. Hi, handsome. I like him. I mean, I like them both. I don't know, but me and the guy, I don't know. We got something going on. We're building something. We're building something. All right. Anyway, thank you to everyone for subscribing, for signing up for the Patreon. It's brain. Appreciate it, and yeah, trying to get everyone and trying to go through and answer comments and do all that stuff. Oh, actually, I looked down, and then there's this one, Apollo. Apollo. Not that way. Psst, 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 psst. Up. All right. Well, I think one is a little bit smarter than the other. Anyway, thanks for signing up for the Patreon. It really helps out. I appreciate it. I appreciate you folks. And yeah, we're just gonna keep it going. And I mean, leave your comments. Either myself or Micah will, answer them and try to steer this thing along. So anyway, I'll talk to you later. All right, bye-bye.